No, great to chat to you ahead of the new season. I was just saying to the lads there, it seems like there's been lots of build up to this new League of Ireland season. The league has got more exposure than ever. Are the players feeling that as well?
I think so, yeah. Obviously, with the game being here next Sunday and in front of such a massive crowd, there's always real excitement among clubs and teams in the build up to a season, and I think this has definitely amplified that a bit. So everyone's really excited to get going, and I suppose the last week you're just kind of itching to get going. So really can't wait now.
So to add another spark that it's at the Aviva, it must be for a player always just such a thrill to play here.
Definitely, yeah. It'll be my first time playing here, and I suppose the only real chance you'd get to play here would be a cup final, So the fact that the opening day of the season is here and a Dublin derby in front of such a massive crowd, it's hopefully be an amazing spectacle, yeah.
A Dublin derby. I think was it Connor or was saying to me that you haven't played in the League of Ireland until you played in a Dublin derby, and a Dublin derby between Rovers and Bohs is pretty much something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be my first one as well. But speaking to the management and players in the squad, that's what they'll say. Until you've played in a Dublin derby. So yeah, look, from what I've been told, they're always amazing games. I've obviously watched a few of them in the past, so hopefully really excited to play my first one.
Well, your first one, but you've certainly come up against Shamrock Rovers in the past. Their past few years under Stephen Bradley, and even going back further on, they really have been the benchmark, I suppose, for the League of Ireland with their success on the pitch, off the pitch, and then in Europe as well. Is that what every League of Ireland club needs to be aiming towards?
100%, yeah. I think they've probably been the trailblazers for that, and I think it shows that teams in this league are capable of it. Obviously playing in group stages in Europe, it's the goal, so they've shown it's possible for other teams, and hopefully more can follow suit.
So you made the move from Sligo, you were captain there. What brought you to Bohs?
I've been getting that a lot today. I suppose I was in Sligo such a long time, and it's probably a bit cliched when footballers say it, but I think it was at the stage of my career where I needed a new challenge, and speaking to Alan here, I just felt like this was the right one for me to come to Dublin, play in big games like this, and prove myself.
Stuff. Well, I have to ask you about pre-season then, because you've had pre-season in Sligo for so many years. How different was it under Alan? Was it tough?
It was definitely strange at the start, getting used to new surroundings and that, but look, all the lads were very welcoming and dead on, so I settled in really well, and it was obviously a tough pre-season. They worked us hard, but it's been enjoyable.
What do you make of the makeup of the squad?
Very good, very good. There's obviously a lot of quality there, and there's a good mix of youth and experience. So I think we'll fare out all right this year.
I do have to ask you about one of the star signings, Lys Mousset, who's obviously been around, maybe not exploited the potential that some would have expected him to, but he's played in some of the biggest leagues in Europe, gone for huge money at times for different transfer fees. Have you seen some glimpses in training of the potential that he possesses?
Definitely, yeah. You can see the quality is there, and I think a few of the lads have been watching clips of him when he first signed. But yeah, he's obviously been out of the game for a while, and the lads are getting him back up to speed. So I think when he is up to speed, he'll be a major asset for us. But you can definitely see that the player is in there.
And looking at Rovers at the weekend, is it hard to kind of plan to know what's coming up for that game, or have you been watching them closely in Europe? Obviously they're playing again, so you're going to pick apart that and try and see if Stephen Bradley has introduced anything new or any surprises.
Yeah, I suppose the first day of the season it's always a tricky one, because you can't do too much research on a team given it being the first game. But I suppose then playing on Thursday will probably play into our hands a bit, that we can kind of watch that game Thursday night and break it down. So look, we'll have our homework done and we'll be raring to go.
And finally then, just I suppose, what's the hopes for the season? Is it challenging for Europe even more, should we say?
I don't like putting too much pressure on our giving predictions and that, but look, I think given the season last season, we might come in under the radar a bit, but look, I think we have a very good squad, and hopefully we'll be competing up the top end of the table.